The internet. Whether you love it or loathe it, it's hard to disagree that it has revolutionised the way we access music. The way we listen to our music, catch up on music news, discover our new artists, it's all been affected by the World Wide Web. But how has this revolution affected the growth of new music scenes? Academics such as Roy Schuker and Holly Cruz both believe that the internet has had a detrimental effect on music scenes. So I want to find out what the music professionals think. Has the internet hindered or helped the growth of music scenes? During this documentary, I travelled to 3 pioneering music cities in England and interviewed different music industry personnel to try and unearth the truth about the internet and how they think it's affected music scenes in their city. The first place I visited was Bristol, where I caught up with Faith Keller from Motion, one of the UK's most influential nightclubs. She told me how the internet has aided artists and how Motion has enabled local scenes to grow via the internet.
I think that it has helped DJs and producers in terms of it's more easy for them to upload their music to a platform, and it's easier for the listener to be able to discover new music. I feel that it's easier now for artists and promoters to directly reach out to their fan base due to social media. For example, through their management companies, or even just like them themselves. Some DJs, I guess, run their own social media. So if they were to make a track, they can just upload it from their bedroom. That'll go straight to their fans. I think following, for example, like record labels can help you discover new music, like record labels that you're into, or I guess just going out and discovering new music, finding new DJs. But yeah, if you're following the same stuff continually, you're just seeing the same stuff go through your news feed, I guess. The internet and social media has been great for us here at Motion. If we get some like good content on a club night, get a good video and upload it and like hit like 1,000 views, get loads of shares, it's easy for us to like promote new shows. We can like comment ticket links into other shows that are related to that show, and just you get a lot of reach.
Academics Harax, Semen and Varani believe that artists don't find associating with local scenes as credible anymore, but Faith told me how bigger artists are integrating with local scenes.
Motion does really give a platform for local promoters in Bristol, because it's quite a small city and everyone knows everyone. So if we were to have like a show with all the rooms open, we'd have Cave and Tunnel, which are like our smallest rooms, and we'd invite local people to come and play that have like a connection with whoever else is playing. So like if we've got a drum code night on, obviously we'll invite people to come and play some techno, just local people, and it's great for them to be able to play with someone of such a high scale like Adam Beyer, and it's good for us because it fills out the venue a bit more as well. I think the social media has helped, but in such a small town also it's more just a word of mouth thing as well with stuff like that.
I decided to travel to Birmingham to speak to Lyle Binion. Specialising in PR and artist management, I wanted to get his take on things.
The rise of the internet and social media has, I think, done a little bit of both. It's helped and hindered. You've got on the one side this brand new way of artists being able to connect with their fans, being able to connect with the industry, scenes growing on opposite sides of the world. People finding like-minded fans to share their music with, to share their discoveries with, and it's brought some scenes closer together. Flip side is it perhaps is a little more convenient, a little too convenient for music fans. It's probably been detrimental to gig ticket sales, to physical product unit sales. Perhaps it's also endangered the old sense of community. There is a lot of noise out there to cut through. As a fan, as a music industry professional, I know that. On the flip side, you can connect with people across the world, you can connect with artists, you can connect with like-minded people and industry professionals to strengthen your scene, to grow it, to develop, from anything like simple mailing lists to Snap channels to Twitter. There are so many different tools in which to grow a scene. I think that it can only be a good thing.
I wanted Lyle to shed some light about Birmingham's reputable grime scene.
That scene, if we want to call it that subculture of grime, has helped it flourish. Social media has certainly been more of a help than a hindrance. You just need to look at the way that artists like Stormzy and Skepta, JME, etc., how they market to their fans, how they remove the traditional media outlets from the kind of supply chain, how gigs are sourced. So I keep going back to grime as a strong contender for a scene in Birmingham, because they really do champion, the 0121 sound, and there's a lot of collaboration going on with MCs and producers from other cities as well. Again, uses social media and online tools to broadcast quite successfully and to champion itself as a scene. So overall, I think it tips the balance in the favour of internet, online, digital tools being a good thing for the music industry.
My next stop was Liverpool, where I met Jack Lomax, owner and DJ at Odyssey Events. I wanted to get the opinion of someone who deals with the promoting side as well as the playing side of music.
The internet has definitely helped the growth of music scenes. Even myself with Odyssey, that the night would not be the night it's now without things like Facebook. It would be half the night it would be without Facebook. Also with networking as well. You meet all these different people, you get up a gig, for example, you meet all the DJs, you meet the promoters, and you add them on Facebook. It's one of the first things you do. Then the day after you give them a message, and then from there, it could go anywhere really. I think it's very, very important for an artist or artists to have a social media presence. I mean, for example, the lads at Salado, they're replying to every other tweet, they're doing promo videos after every gig. And it does make a massive difference. I mean, it's most specifically the videos, because that's all Facebook is now. I mean, 5 years ago, it'd be people posting status every 5 minutes. Now, you don't see that anymore. It's all videos, things like that. And it's always from pages as well.
I asked Jack to explain how he thinks the internet has influenced events in Liverpool.
There is a lot of student-run events at the moment in Liverpool. It's very, very competitive. There's a lot of good venues out there in Liverpool, so the promoters are there to fill the space, I suppose. But every time another event gets announced, it's gotten a step bigger and bigger and bigger. And I think personally, without the internet, that probably wouldn't have been the case. That internet gives them that reach. It helps them do marketing properly. But with the internet, it's such a good tool for something like Odyssey. We're here to create a scene. We want to do it, we've got the passion to do it, and the internet gives us the opportunity to do it even though we're just starting out. So things like social media, like learning how to do social media marketing, things like that, and it's there by in your hand, in your phone. You don't have to sit at a computer, you could be on the train doing it as well.
So far, I've discovered the opinion of those who are predominantly dance and urban music orientated, so I wanted to get a different perspective. I've travelled back to Birmingham to get the thoughts of Liam Jeffrey, guitarist from Underground Empire, one of the Midlands' most established young rock bands.
I think it's definitely helped us, the internet has helped us definitely grow as a band in terms of the fact we've managed to contact people such as promoters, and even the record label we signed to is based on the internet, so it's all digital distribution. So in the purest sense of the word, yeah, it has, because I think we, without the internet, would have struggled to broadcast material to people, and really, as well as the fact the internet's helped us come together as a band, because we lost a few members obviously through various circumstances, and then basically we've broadcast on a forum for a new drummer, and obviously we got new personnel in the shape of Steve. It depends on your sort of genre as well, because I think obviously with dance music, DJs, stuff like that, I say it was more their fan base probably rely on social media more perhaps than a rock fan base would do. I think there is still a growing scene amongst unsigned acts, whether that be through rock bands, DJs, electronic music, whatever that is. I think there's still sort of an underworld, as it were, that is still helping artists blossom. So I think there's a split really. It's not like in the old days where you had to go to a venue to listen to bands, and there was more of a developing scene in terms of unsigned music. I think in terms of the internet, like helping bands grow, it's a case of, obviously it helps you get out there, social media wise as well. You can sort of broadcast your material to a wider audience, and obviously it can go across sort of continents and around the world really in a matter of seconds. So obviously in that sense it does help bands sort of build up a following globally as well as in your local area. So
From my findings, it's clear to see that the music professionals are all in favour of the internet and what it does for them. Looking at scenes from the last decade that have become more popular, such as grime and British techno, it's evident that these scenes would not have flourished the way they have without the aid of the internet. Lyle Binion may agree with Holly Cruz's point that the breakdown in face-to-face communication in scenes could hinder their growth. But that's the digital world we live in, and the digital world that the music industry continues to move forward in.